Hey everyone, welcome to the Struggling Creatives. My name is Tim,
And I'm Obi.
and this is a podcast that we started a couple of weeks ago. In fact, a couple of months ago. But we had this idea that
We don't have to tell them the struggle that we went through.
listen,
I mean, that's why we have this, right? To
exactly. Yeah, we have done so many episodes. I think ideal we recorded maybe around 10,
Yes.
12 episodes, but we only posted 3.
And this is episode 4. We're doing good.
Episode 4, there
We're
you go.
doing good.
I just want to say thank you to people who are helping us build this basically unit. So it's not just a podcast out of our own pockets, because again, all the microphones, which by the way, new microphones, so I hope the audio will improve. But we have a camera person. Shout out David. There you go.
Hi, David.
Cheers. He's helping us with the studio as well as camera and lighting and basically atmosphere, getting us
Yeah.
situated
And comfortable.
and comfortable. We will be buying new chairs soon. We're getting the sound system, sound panels and stuff like that, so there will be less echo. So if you have noticed some echo, we apologize. But yeah. Can I tell you a story before we begin?
Go ahead.
So there is actually one of our fans. I don't want to say fan. I feel like this could be a community. So
Okay, a listener.
a listener, our fellow listener. So she came up to me and she said, "Hey, look at this." And she pointed to a YouTube channel that we have because you can do audio as well as watch, and this is really nice.
Yeah.
If you are watching, you can tell that I'm wearing a pajama-looking pants, and I got a heat for that all day long.
You're so proud of yourself.
I'm very proud of. I left house and people told me, "Hey, don't leave in your pajama pants."
And you're so full of it. Like, you don't know fashion.
You don't know me. No, but it's really nice. So she came up and she said, "Hey, I really like watching your podcast," but then she's like, "So what are you guys about?" And on one side, it's like, "Oh no, I thought we explained ourselves." But
Yeah.
on the other side, I'm like, you know what? It's actually a good thing because she said that she likes our conversation, our stories, but sometimes she forgets what the podcast is about. So I feel like having a glimpse of what it is about, we can introduce.
Okay.
So for this podcast, I want to say that we are struggling creatives ourselves, and we want to tell you that you're not alone.
We're all struggling.
We are all struggling.
It's like the mantra. We're all struggling
We're-
lights.
And so if you are trying to create something, if you are passionate about drawing, writing music, photography, videography, maybe you have a daytime job, you're a student, maybe you have a job, but you also like to create on your free time, on your hobby. So this is to encourage you, don't give up on your dream, because we haven't given up on our dream.
Yeah. Keep going. I mean, do it 10 times and post like 3 pictures, videos. It still works.
Exactly.
So.
If we are able to record 6, 7 episodes, then find a videographer and then an audio editor by that time, and we're just now getting into the rhythm of actually doing things right. You can also do that.
All right, so let's get into the episode.
Let's jump into it. So for today, specifically a topic, I really wanted to have a conversation with you about it. I know we have covered sort of little elements, little pockets of information here and there,
Yeah.
but it is actually about traveling.
And that is my favorite thing to talk about.
Okay, all right. Because both of our love languages is food, and now it's
I
traveling.
feel like my love language is money, but yeah, food works. Food works. Food is
All
all
right.
right. So yeah, traveling. I mean, now we're in the Panasonic, and there's like a new variant called Omarion.
What?
So like no one's really traveling.
The Rona situation?
Yeah, no one's really
Gotcha.
traveling a lot these days, but we could still get people to have a feel of it and talk about our experiences. So
Okay.
let's see, where's like the most amazing place you've been to?
Honestly, I have this app that tells me how many countries I have been in, as well as
Why
the
do you have an
percentages.
app for that?
Because I had a friend who told me I should get an app, and I did. And so we sat down in
So you just write down the countries you've been to?
countries and states and different places. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So apparently I have been to 8% of the world,
Okay.
which sounds so insignificant, but I have been to 15, 17 countries. I can't remember.
Okay, that's a good number.
That's a good number?
That's a good
Thank
number.
you. Yeah. So, yeah, many places. Usually it's because of work. A few times it was because I really wanted to go there. And so, yeah, I feel like every place is different because I have different story from different place.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to, sorry, were you?
No, I was gonna say, like
Yeah.
you said, every place has a story.
Yeah.
What's one that you always think about?
Whenever I,
Like, whenever someone asks you the question, where's the best place you've been? Like, what's that one country that comes up?
oh, man, it's a good question. I am Ukrainian. I have
Okay.
lived in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And then I moved to Belgium, and so I would say I would tell people to go and visit Belgium at least once because
Okay.
it's a really nice place. But I'm not sure. I feel like I've been to so many places that it all feels the same. But if you're looking for a specific thing, it just like you should go there.
Belgium.
Belgium.
Travel to Belgium. They should sponsor this because, like, we're telling people to travel there.
Yeah.
You know?
The whole country should sponsor
Yeah,
us.
the whole
King
country.
King Charles King.
I have no idea.
Okay, me neither. Me neither. But it's okay. They have their own thing going on. So, yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I would say Spain.
Spain.
Yes.
Oh, caliente.
I think it's a beautiful place. I mean, I really enjoyed my time there, and it's somewhere I would like to go again and visit, like, different cities in Spain
Okay.
as well.
Spain is amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's culture. You have food,
Food,
and then
beautiful music.
beautiful music.
The language is exceptional.
All right.
Everything about it is just phenomenal.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Any specific city that you would want to go to?
Sicily.
Sicily. Oh,
Well,
okay.
That's Italy, actually.
Sicily is like
Well,
the island on the
that's
south
in
of.
Italy, though, not in Spain.
Yeah, it is. It
I'm
is.
getting
Yeah,
my
it's a
geography
island.
mixed up.
It's okay.
Let me see. Spain. I don't know. Like, I actually do have a list of so many cities in Spain I want to visit.
Okay.
So maybe I
I-
should do a trip. Like, my next Euro trip should be
That's
just
true.
visiting about maybe 5 to 7.
Okay. 5 to
Yeah.
7 countries?
5 to 7 cities.
Oh, 5
in
to 7
Spain.
cities. Oh, sheesh.
Yeah.
Somebody is really tired of sitting at home.
I'm tired of queues.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I would say, now that I thought about it, I think I would say Portugal. I haven't been there, but
I haven't been to. It's, I don't know. There's just something about that place. It's
Yeah.
just wow.
yeah.
And
It-
I watch YouTube videos of people who have been there, and it's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I've a friend of mine has been there to Porto, which is not Lisbon is the capital,
Yeah.
but Porto is more western city, which is more historical based, but it's so amazing. I want to go surfing there. I want to go to the Golden Bridge that they call it, even though there's Golden Bridge in San Francisco, but they have a Golden Bridge and go on a boat, drive around, boat around, and go to different like caves, different kind of like tiny islands or something like that. So I feel like
Yeah.
that could be it. But here's the thing: I always get lost. I cannot go anywhere by myself.
Getting lost is part of it. Like, it's fun.
Not the way I do it.
So
Not the
how
way
do
I
you do it?
I get distracted by a shiny thing, and then I lose track of who am I hanging out with.
Who you're hanging out with?
Yes.
I feel like people need to put a tracker on your phone.
Yes.
And, like, find Tim. Like, there should be an app for that too. Find Tim instead of find my phone.
Find my phone. Find my
Yeah.
Tim.
Find my Tim.
That could be a
Exactly.
thing. Yeah. No. I feel like getting lost is one thing, but getting lost with people that you're hanging out with or going on that trip is a completely different thing. From age of from age of 16 to age 21, I think. What is it? 5 years? 5 years? I've been in the span of 5 years. I've been to 4 different countries where I celebrated my birthday. So one was in Ukraine, one is in
Yeah.
Belgium, one in the States, and one was in Italy, actually. Venice.
Mm,
That was a good one.
interesting. So you're international, like going everywhere,
Yeah,
traveling the
baby!
globe. I see you.
But
I
do you have
see
any
you.
stories that like happened to you, maybe something, and you're.
I have so many stories. I mean, like,
What's the one that you're willing to?
so I'm gonna talk about how I almost drowned in this country.
What? Whoa. Hold
But
on.
yeah,
You have so many stories in this. Okay, I'm
this
listening.
country. But before that, like, people, when you're traveling, you have to be very careful with your belongings. Like, I went to
Yes.
Barcelona, and the hotel I was staying was actually owned by Ukrainian. And I was trying to speak some Ukrainian to me. I was like, "Hold up, I'm not there yet.
Hold up.
Let's
Wait a
take it
minute.
slow.
Okay.
I just know like previous. Let's not go too far." And then
Fair.
he mentioned that people steal a lot on the streets. You have to be very
Oh
careful. There
no.
are a lot of pickpockets around here. I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like things are gonna be fine." And then something happened. The phone got stolen, which is
I'm
crazy.
sorry. I'm
But yeah,
sorry to
like
hear
no
that.
matter the country you're going to, don't say this is abroad. They don't do this here. They do. So take care
Gotcha.
of your things. So back to my drowning story.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So I traveled to Kharkiv, which is another city in Ukraine for those who don't live here.
Not from around
And
here.
this was actually an indoor pool. I love the water. Like every time I see water, I want to jump into it. And I swim. So, I mean, I've swam in the Caribbean Sea, Atlantic Ocean,
Wow.
all of
Okay.
that. So I was like, what's a pool that,
Okay.
that's easy to handle, right?
That's true.
So I got in, and they had artificial waves and tides.
Okay.
And so I was actually on the floater because I was just chilling. I mean, nothing was really happening at the time. And then they put on the waves. And so this young Ukrainian boy comes up to me and is asking for the floater. I was like, yeah, sure. You look like you're 8
Those
years old.
tiny Ukrainian kids,
You
man.
look like you're 8 years old. I'm bigger than you. You might as well have it.
Okay.
And so I gave
You
it
you
to
were
him.
basically saving his life. Maybe he doesn't know how to
Maybe,
swim.
yeah. So I just gave
Okay.
it to him. And then I don't know what happened. Like the waves just took over. And I was struggling to swim, or I was struggling to breathe or stay afloat
Oh my gosh.
during that period. And so I don't know, I just found myself drowning, and then there was a lifeguard that came in and dragged me out. I was like, "Thank you, my
What?
shining knight in armor,"
Oh my
you
goodness.
know. But
Was he
yeah,
cute?
I don't remember. I was dying.
Fair
How
enough.
am I gonna?
I don't know.
Um,
I don't know.
but yeah,
Usually that's the moment where like a boy saves you, and all of a
I
sudden
was
you're
just
like,
thanking
oh
Jesus
no.
that I didn't die in Ukraine.
Gotcha.
Yo, so I got out. I rested for like 5 minutes, and I went back into the water.
He just went back right.
Yeah, I went back right in. And
All right.
nothing happened this time. But yeah, y'all, artificial waves and tides,
Man.
stay away.
Nice. So how does that inspire you?
How does that inspire me?
How does that inspire you to create? Maybe you've lived through a situation that you really kind of caught your attention where you're like, oh man, maybe I should do this.
So how does situations inspire me, or how does drowning inspire me? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
How did your trip, beside drowning? Maybe drowning was something that inspirational when you think that, oh, the world is my oyster, but my life is very fragile, and so I have to like be very careful.
See, I'm not as theological as you, or
Okay.
like deep, but yeah. Anyway, I was just let's see, how did that inspire me? Well, naturally, I get afraid of doing things.
Okay.
And so it was, oh, okay, I tried something, I survived. Why don't I create a post to let people know what to do when you travel to Kharkiv? So that was just like
Yeah.
something. Some people actually live there and they don't know that something like that exists.
Really?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of just made a post, put it on Instagram and told people that, you know what, this is something you can do, you can enjoy. So that was just a creative moment. And then mention that if you're going into the artificial pool, just if you don't know how to swim, stay by the shallow end. But I didn't tell them the story of drowning. Now,
Gotcha.
if you're hearing this or watching this,
Oh my
you
god.
know why I said that.
Do your parents know about this?
Now they're going to know.
Now they'll know.
Now they'll
Mom
know.
and Dad, I apologize. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but she's alive, so don't worry about it.
I'm speaking to y'all, so I'm good.
There you go. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. I think that one thing that I've noticed is that whenever I would travel to places like Ukraine, where it's more agriculturally based,
Hmm.
instead of buildings like
Yeah.
Belgium, because buildings in Belgium is very. I'm trying to characterize it. I think it's the focus is on the history of how it was built in 15th, 14th, 15th, 16th century and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Roman Catholic Church, all those
Hmm.
buildings have angels, Mother Mary and stuff like that. And so majority of the buildings are there and it's cute.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see. You notice different details because and as you are walking by a street, you can have three different generations of a building, and all
Yeah.
three of them are absolutely immaculate.
But yeah, I see that too in a lot of European countries. So that's something to look out for. And I always tell people that like Europe is not the same.
Hmm.
Every country, every city actually that you
That
go
is so
to
true.
has something
Yeah,
different to offer. And so you could never run out of like places to visit or things to do once you're in this access.
absolutely. Yeah, no, totally, totally. Yeah.
So what are certain things that you look out for when you travel? For me, I know that I always want to catch the sunset.
Hmm.
What is something that you try to do in every country?
It might sound creepy, but I love taking pictures of people whenever they well, not least expect, but candid photos.
Mhm.
I want to capture a life within a picture.
Mhm.
And this is something that I became a friend in France. I became friends with, I don't know why I'm stuttering,
Mhm.
with this individual. He is an artist, but
Okay.
also he's a painter.
Mm.
And he says that he would watch people to get inspired and
Mhm.
he would paint a situation that happened. And it can be a bizarre situation as two individuals arguing over something that a pigeon did as it was flying by.
Pigeons.
Pigeons, man, they should not. Anyway,
Yeah.
and so to me, it was very interesting because everybody's so over dramatic about, oh, let's say Paris, right?
Yeah.
Because I met him in Paris.
Mhm.
And everybody is so romantic in Paris, and let's go here, let's go there. But I've been through Paris in the morning, in the middle of the day, and in the evening.
Yeah.
Those are three different things.
True.
In the evening, it is so romantic. Our camera, Dave, is laughing. It's true, though. In the evening, there's so many lights. It's romantic. You can go to a restaurant. You can have a great time. In the afternoon, you can be more sightseeing. In the morning, it's just,
That's crazy.
yeah, in the morning, all it's traffic, and you can get your run in along the river.
I remember getting lost in Paris too.
Really?
I was trying to take a train somewhere
Yeah.
in the morning, and it was just bizarre.
Huh.
I thought I knew how to speak French, but yo,
I spoke French for 20 minutes today, and I'm telling you, my head was like, "Ah, c'est pas possible, je suis fatigué, no, toujours. Very
yeah,
tired.
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
very
got
tired.
that.
Yeah.
Wow, I got that. So let's
Yeah.
see. Let's talk about food when you're traveling.
Okay, food is
What do
good.
you like to eat? Are you the kind of person that would travel to a place and you want to try their McDonald's? Or are you going to try something from that city?
I know we're doing this for the podcast, but she knows McDonald's is everything.
Yeah.
So, McDonald's is number one for a reason. Don't hate on me. But let's say if I would go to a place, I would want to eat from their specialty. So
Mhm.
I would want to eat from somewhere where if the place created it,
Mhm.
I want to eat it. So if it's Italy, obviously pizza, pasta, anything that's
Gelato.
carbs, gelato.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said it like that.
go ahead.
Gelato. If I am in Spain, I would want to have. I actually had in Spain, in Madrid. I had pizza and I got food poisoning.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they put sausages, corn, and pickles on it.
On the pizza.
Yeah, you would think that only Ukraine does that, but nope, they did it.
Sausages, corn, and what?
And a pickle.
Hmm. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on, moving on. Yeah, I would say I think I usually go for like different pizza. I like pizza.
Mhm.
And I'm not very adventurous. I usually like to make my own food. If I go
Mm.
to a new place, I want to experience at least something, maybe a dessert.
Mhm.
But then nothing beats the feeling that you go into someone else's house and they make the food for you.
Hmm. I've actually not experienced that before because I'm a budget traveler. It's either I'm staying in hostels or
Hmm.
hotels. I've never had that experience of like visiting a local and then having them actually cook for me.
Really?
I should do that.
Yeah. They're
Mm.
it's amazing. It's definitely life changing.
Hmm. So how'd you find these people?
Again, friends,
Okay,
just
cool.
friends. Yeah.
I need more
Yeah.
friends.
Anywhere I go, I need to have somebody either a local who's from there
Uh,
or somebody who has been there. So,
Interesting. I just go anywhere. Like I don't need to know anybody there. I
oh
just
my gosh,
travel.
I'm so jealous of you.
Okay.
I need to have a babysitter at all times.
Okay. So let's do some rapid fire questions and then get back.
All right.
First things first, do you believe in ghosts?
Uh, what? Those are rapid fire
It's
questions.
a question, fam.
All right.
Answer it.
No. I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay. Do you believe in soulmates?
Ah, sheesh. A friend of mine got married recently. I don't know why I'm giving out this information. Um, sure, I believe in soulmates. It's hard to. Those are rapid questions. Sorry. Go ahead.
Would you appear on a reality show?
Yes.
Which one? Like
Ah,
if a show was to call you, which one would you hope it to be?
the one that I would get to embarrass myself. So like a talent show or Fear Factor or something like that.
Hmm.
Definitely not where it requires my knowledge. I'm pretty dumb.
So do you think you could win that show?
No,
I mean,
no.
that's your element, right?
I am here to show up and make sure everybody's having a great time.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Do you think you're gonna make a good spy?
I'm not good. I'm not good at lying. So if I'm lying, people can tell.
It's so terrible.
Like if I'm lying or if I'm trying to hide something, I start laughing and I start sweating. I don't know why. It's bad.
I don't know how to help you, but yeah.
No one can, Obi. No one can.
Cool. And the final question, if you see a bug, are you gonna kill it or are you gonna take it outside?
I'm gonna hire somebody. No, I'm just kidding. How helpless is he?
John Wick.
Yeah, I will. No, I'm gonna kill it. I don't know. Bugs, anything that's live and moves towards me, I hate it. And so if there's a
That's so
bug,
vague. If you say anything that's alive and moved, that's
I,
literally life.
or maybe I hate a lot of. That's live.
What?
What if I hate majority of things that just start approaching me for no particular reason?
You need help.
I'm a control freak, so if I'm not able to control a situation, it bothers me. Yep. Anyway, let's be done with those questions. Let's move on to something else. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So since we're talking about traveling and how traveling inspires us to create, go to different places, experience new things, what are some of the things that you would advise somebody to, whenever they go on a trip, to look for something? Maybe they are eager to have their own first trip outside of their household in the last 2 years because of Verona.
Okay. So for traveling, get cheap flights. I mean, it depends on the kind of person you are. Do you like direct flights or do you like to break up your trip? If you like direct flights, they're going to be more expensive, but if you don't mind like
That is true.
layovers and things like that, you could check websites like Skyscanner or Google Flights and get cheaper rates. Now, again, if you're a budget traveler, stay in hostels, hotels, Airbnbs actually, there's some really good ones. And if you like to meet locals, you could check places like,
Yeah.
I think couch surfing. I don't know if
Couch
that's still,
surfing, yeah.
it still exists, right?
Apparently.
Okay.
I've
Well, I
never
haven't
used it, but
I haven't used it in a while, but that's like one thing you could check. Now, if you're creative, let's say a photographer, videographer, then you're traveling with gear.
okay. Oh yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah.
So
Security's number one. I don't care.
because like people could steal. I don't know why I keep emphasizing on the stealing this episode, but yes, you need to take care of your things and protect it. So just get one bag that
Okay.
could accommodate, everything that you need, and try and travel as light as possible.
Mm,
Because like when you have a lot, people are gonna spot you as a tourist.
that is
All
true.
right. So
Yeah.
travel as light as possible.
Okay.
What else will I say? Have fun,
Have fun.
really. And then go on YouTube or Pinterest or Instagram and try to get information from other people who have traveled there. So you have an idea of what to see. Now
Mm.
try to look for pictures that are not over edited or like too much filter. Because like
I
I know
remember that.
that
Yeah.
I think I was baffled when I realized or when I
Yep.
saw that
Yep.
in Bali,
Yeah.
right? The what's it called? The one with the water,
Yeah.
and then there are two things like pillars or something that you stand in between.
I just call them two pillars with water.
Okay, so there's like a reflection, right? But
It's a famous picture. It's a
yeah, but then
famous
it's
place to go to.
actually just like the locals taking your picture with their phone
Yeah.
and a glass, like a mirror,
Oh.
and they're taking your photo. So there's no water, there's no reflection, there's nothing.
Oh my goodness, yeah, because I remember you showing me a
Yeah,
picture,
and I was like,
the
whoa.
edited and the one that you I think did you take that one
No,
or
I didn't.
oh
Like someone else did. So I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, there's sometimes you travel to places and like this content creators, they're so amazing and
Yeah.
they've like turned
Yeah.
it to something different. And you go there and it's like what I expected
Oh my
versus what I'm
goodness.
seeing right
That's
now.
bad. Okay.
So try and watch YouTube videos because like how much can you edit a video
Mhm.
to make it look unrealistic? Pictures you could add a lot of elements,
Okay.
but with videos I think you could actually get a feeling to like the real thing.
That's true.
So that's what I'll tell people.
Okay.
Tell y'all listening.
All right. Yeah, I would say this is something that I've lived through and I have suffered from it as well. Wherever you go, take as many pictures and videos as possible.
Mm.
I
And upload to the cloud immediately.
immediately. One of the things that I think I bonded over with our video director here.
Yeah.
We have SSDs up on SSDs, hard drives up on hard drives. We have so much storage. So anywhere we go, the moment at the end of the day, we save it all together. Because I was recording, I was filming this concert of a band coming from the States into Belgium. And I had a GoPro that had a bunch of stuff, and I kept on telling myself, I'll do it later. It has a couple 100 GB, I'll do it later.
Yeah.
And there were some shots that were absolutely chef's kiss. It was
Yeah.
amazing. And then
And
I
you
realized
lost
that
it?
Hmm?
You lost them?
I didn't lose them.
Okay,
Somebody
good.
stole my GoPro. Not just not just the card, memory
The
card.
whole thing.
The whole thing.
Damn.
So I was upset. I became friends with the person who was in charge of the whole organization or
Yeah.
event, and then I told him, "Listen, I don't have a GoPro," so it was very sad. But take as much picture as possible, save it, and then whenever you are at home, you can have all those memories
Yeah.
of the places
So
that you've
you know
been
how
to.
people say don't take pictures, be in the moment? It's a lie. Take pictures so you could relive those moments.
Oh my goodness, that is true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're fairly social people. And if we are hanging out with somebody, we would be like, hey, I'm sorry for interrupting our conversation. Can I take a picture? Just to be nice, because we're not just like, wait a second,
Yeah.
and we move on.
Yeah.
But listen, yeah, the amount of times I go into my like iCloud or something like that, and I look through pictures, I reminisce on how much I
Exactly.
miss that place.
Especially with the lockdown that happened. You could say, oh, I once had a life, you know. But now,
One day I had a
but
life.
now, you know, you could just say, someday I could go back to being that person
That's true.
of traveling the world and like going into airplanes and passing like TSA
I don't miss airplanes. I honestly don't miss
and
airplanes.
all the pre-checks and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, final question
Yes.
before we end this episode. Are you an Uber person or a public transport person? Or do you just hire a car?
That's a good question.
And public transport, that's easy.
Oh no, I guess yeah, I would be Uber. Just if it's worth being, for instance, the UK or Scotland. I remember I was traveling. I was by myself in Scotland, and I needed to go from my place to a restaurant, and then I had to take a bus, and I was confused. And for some reason, I thought that Scotland, it was Edinburgh.
Okay.
I thought that they speak English. Apparently they don't. Apparently I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to this station. What you say? What you say? I'm telling you, I would not be able to talk to them. It was bad, but
It's English, fam.
it is English, but it's not at the
It's
same time.
English.
Because where are you going?
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
We have a couple of listeners. We have, what was it, 20%, 5% of listeners from the UK. So
Okay.
hello. But, you know,
Okay, so Uber person.
yeah, I'm done. And I'm
Uber person.
impersonating Scottish people.
I mean, look at your pants, fam.
Listen, they are amazing. For those who, for those who can see my pants, my legs hurt from all the training practices, but now these are very comfortable.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Right, so this was an episode.
yeah, I think we're done
you
here.
all. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for your comments and your feedbacks. We appreciate them. You don't have to be nice. If there's something you want us to improve on, please let us know. If you're Tim's friend, he doesn't mind you criticizing him. And if you're my
Absolutely
friend,
no.
I don't mind as well. And yeah, share this with your friends. If they don't have Spotify, there's Apple
Apple
Podcasts,
Podcasts.
there's Google, there's iHeartRadio, there's
true.
what else?
Literally everywhere. Everywhere you go, we're
you
there.
can find us.
We're yeah.
And if you want to have a feel of like our facial reactions and things like that, you could watch us on YouTube as well.
Yes.
All right, so thank you and have a lovely week.
There you go. All right. Bye.